So personally, I'm not the biggest fan of how Sonic Frontiers is looking so far. That's just me being respectfully real. However, that doesn't automatically make the game bad, nor am I saying that this game has absolutely nothing going for it. It's funny, it's almost as if the game isn't out yet. I try my hardest to be a nice guy. I don't just want to diss Sonic Frontiers and be done with it. This game also has some positives that I'm actually somewhat interested in. One thing that caught my attention straight away was the quality of the cutscenes and the graphics. They look very good. These are easily some of the best Sonic graphics and cutscenes I've probably ever seen. It looks super clean and super next gen. Obviously, I expressed in the past that I'm not a fan of the main open world in this game. It reminds me too much of Breath of the Wild and it feels too much like they copy and pasted a lot of elements from that game. But I'll be very interested to see what some of the other worlds look like with these graphics and cutscenes in mind. I still stand by believing that this game is going to run pretty bad on Nintendo Switch, but outside of that, if you want to play this on a powerful PC or the PS5, I'm sure that this will look pretty great. A slight nitpick, the supposed villain of Sonic Frontiers reminds me a lot of Infinite for some reason. It's just kind of like that edgy, weird villain that you see, but regardless, I'm very interested to see what they have to offer and what direction they're going to take this character, because it's a very strange looking character. Not really sure what to expect here. Speaking of the story, I do have some controversial opinions about Sonic stories, more specifically the more serious and edgy ones. I personally don't think that Sonic needs to have edgy and deep stories when he's a colourful hedgehog. I don't see how I'm supposed to take this character seriously if he looks like this. But even though that this story is another one of those, it's still fairly interesting, and based on everything I know about the story so far, which isn't very much as the game hasn't released yet, I think it has the potential to be one of the better, edgier Sonic stories. I am not going to lie to you, the Sonic Frontiers bosses, based off of what we've seen so far, look very interesting and cool. Weird at some points, yes, but we've seen with games like Splatoon that weird bosses can add to the substance rather than taking away. So again, I'll be very interested to see how the Sonic realm responds to bosses like this and what they do to help the story and help the gameplay. I'm hoping that Sonic's abilities and some of the new features within the gameplay will help enhance these boss fights and will make them really fun to play. Sonic's new side loop ability looks quite fun to play with, and the updated battle system that they mentioned in the overview looks very visually cool, and I can imagine that they will be super satisfying to pull off. I think that November release date is a very good release date and gives SEGA more time to obviously develop the game, make touch-ups, add certain things, and do whatever they need to do to make this game hopefully better than expected. And that box art, yeah, props to you SEGA, this looks nice. Overall, the idea of an open world Sonic game is amazing, and it's something that I've been dreaming of since I was a little kid. So of course I'm excited to run around the Sonic in an open area. Even if I dislike the open area itself, the fact that I'm able to just play as Sonic and run around and do whatever I want, that's amazing, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. I just so wish that the main location and certain aspects of the presentation went in a different direction and made it more Sonic rather than more serious, if that makes sense. Like, imagine this open world, but instead of it looking like a Breath of the Wild stage, imagine it being in the theme of Green Hill Zone. Do you know how sick that would look and how much that would add to the game? I don't hate what we've seen so far, I just strongly believe that it could have been better. However, we've seen in this video that there are quite a few things that I am still looking forward to in Sonic Frontiers, and I hope that this game proves me wrong. I hope that when I buy it and play it, it blows my mind and hopefully will become a great 3D Sonic game. Okay, I gave Sonic Frontiers the props. SEGA, can you please give us physical copies of Sonic Origins now?